What if the Garden of Eden wasn't lost to myth, but buried beneath a world that no longer exists? Because Genesis doesn't describe Eden like a symbol, it describes it like a place. 4 rivers, named real geography, and 2 of those rivers still exist today, which means this isn't vague. It's traceable. So maybe the real question isn't, was Eden real? Maybe the real question is, what happened to the world it belonged to? Let's start with the text itself. Genesis 2 describes a single river flowing out of Eden, and then dividing into 4, Pishon, Gihon, the Tigris, and the Euphrates. Now pause there because this is where things break. The Tigris and Euphrates still exist today, flowing through Mesopotamia. That anchors the account in real geography. But the other 2 rivers? They're missing, not renamed, not relocated. Missing. The Pishon is described as flowing through a land rich in gold, bdellium, and onyx. The Gihon winds around the land of Cush, and neither one can be clearly identified on any modern map. So the tension isn't small, it's structural. Maybe the issue isn't that we can't find Eden. Maybe we're looking for it in the wrong version of Earth. Genesis places Eden before a major disruption, the flood. And however you interpret that event, global, regional, or something in between, one point is hard to ignore. The surface of the earth has changed. Rivers shift. Coastlines vanish. Entire regions disappear. We've seen this happen. There are places today where entire landscapes once existed, now completely underwater. So here's the question that follows. What if Eden wasn't erased, but overwritten? Some researchers point to the Persian Gulf basin. Before sea levels rose after the last ice age, this may have been a fertile plain, fed by river systems that no longer exist. Satellite imaging has even revealed long-dried river channels across Arabia, possible connections to the missing rivers. Still debated, but it introduces something critical. Eden may not be hidden, it may be inaccessible, but there's another detail most people miss. Genesis describes one river, splitting into 4 major branches. That's not how large river systems work. Today, rivers merge as they flow. They don't divide into entirely separate systems like the Tigris and Euphrates. And those rivers don't even share the same source. So now the problem deepens. Genesis is describing a river system that doesn't exist and doesn't behave like anything we see today, which forces the question, are we looking at the same world or a transformed one? Because of this, several main theories emerge. Some place Eden in Mesopotamia near the Tigris and Euphrates. Simple, familiar, but it struggles to explain the missing rivers. Others point to the Armenian highlands near the headwaters. Geographically plausible, but still incomplete. And then there's the Persian Gulf basin theory, a now submerged region that may have once held converging river systems. This idea has gained traction, but it's still developing and still debated. And here's the key tension. None of these models fully match Genesis. Not cleanly, not completely. Which suggests we're missing something bigger, because this wouldn't be the first time Scripture preserves a world that no longer exists. A world described clearly, but no longer visible. Eden comes before the flood. A world disrupted, reshaped, and yet the description remains. So what we're reading may not be symbolic. It may be precise, just anchored to a world we no longer have. So can we actually find the Garden of Eden? Maybe not on a modern map, but that may not be the point. Because Eden, in Scripture, is more than a place. It's where humanity walked with God, where nothing was fractured, where heaven and earth weren't separated. And the story doesn't end there. The Bible closes with that image returning, a river flowing again, life restored, the presence of God with humanity. So Eden isn't just about where it was, it's about what was lost and what's being restored. So maybe the better question isn't, can we find Eden? But if Eden belonged to a world that no longer exists, what else in Scripture are we trying to force into the wrong map? What do you think? Do you lean toward the Persian Gulf basin, Mesopotamia, the highlands, or something we haven't uncovered yet? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every one. And if you enjoy exploring Scripture, history, and the deeper patterns behind them, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Because sometimes the biggest discoveries aren't about finding a place, but realizing the world we're looking for may not be the one we're standing in.